Robin Hart, your loan officer with CMG Home Loans. Today is Friday, July 24th, and it is a pivotal time in both the global and local markets. Now, my goal for this video is to help you bridge the gap between those massive headlines that are driving you crazy and what they actually mean for your home buying and financial goals, but also what it means and what those headlines mean actually for your wallet today and for ongoing. So let's dive in, and we always take a look and check out the numbers first. So turning to those numbers as reported by Mortgage Nuggets of Wednesday, July 22nd, just a couple of days ago, we're seeing significant upward pressure. Now, mortgage rates are rising as the 10-year Treasury yield tests the 5% mark after the latest spike. Now, this is causing some home buyers to take a pause, but as we'll see, there's a little bit more to the story than just the headlines. The primary driver of the volatility is the ongoing Iranian war, specifically the 145 days of on-again, off-again blockade war, the Strait of Hormuz. This global supply disruption has sent Brent crude surging above $100, with the WTI holding high near $92 a barrel. Now, these high energy costs are driving general inflation, while any blockade on the Strait of Hormuz is also putting immense pressure on everything from food and fertilizer to technology prices as well as oil. Now, is there any relief in sight? In the housing sector, supply is actually growing, which is good. We currently have about 10.3 months of inventory for new homes and the highest level since 2009. Now, builders are actually starting to pull back on new construction to work through the backlog, and many are offering price cuts and mortgage rate buydowns to keep buyers moving. Now, the good news, I'm seeing buyers also take advantage of this current market. What are they doing? Well, they're asking for lower price points and more seller concessions, allowing them to actually lower their cash to close. Now, regarding the future, mortgage rates remain locked in the mid-6 range for now until oil prices respond in a sustained way to ceasefire news. But any small dip in rates should be viewed as a pause rather than a trend. So if you get a reasonable rate and are comfortable with the payments, lock it in. We are watching that 10-year Treasury yield very closely as the leading indicator for our next moves. Now, what are the analysts saying? Well, CEO Josh Brown suggests that the stock market is broadening out. However, the global oil buffer is actually shrinking, which means inflation risks are still building, or they're anticipating more inflation coming at us. So expect technology, food prices to remain volatile for the foreseeable future as these global conflicts play out. Now, what does that mean? Well, anticipate prices going up. So find a way to hedge your costs. Now, here's where we come into play at. In times of high inflation, housing remains a powerful hedge. Homeowners are sitting on massive amounts of wealth in their equity, and they've actually tapped over $47 billion in equity in just the first quarter of the year to kind of pay off some debts and get rid of some overhead costs in just the first quarter of this year. Now, even as the market recalculates, your home remains one of the most stable long-term assets to hedge against inflation. Now, also keep in mind that during inflation, prices on items like rents have a tendency to continue to go up, which means if you lock in on housing prices today, guess what? You're hedging against the inflationary point. Now, for some much needed good news, let's take a look at Seattle. Apparently there's this raccoon they named Jimothy, apparently. And he basically has a small neck. I don't know if anybody of you watched Blacklist, but he kind of looks like the guy that had a neck issue. And he runs around all over Seattle. He's a unique looking local critter. He's gone viral with over 7 million views. He's actually become such a sensation and a joy that the Seattle City Council is proclaiming him Jimothy Summer. And this Sunday, July 26th, they're having a little celebration for it. So sometimes we all just need a good little silly fun laugh. Now, here is our meme of the week. Don't let all the doom and gloom sell you short. At the end of the rainbow, there's still a home no matter what. So Now, navigating this market requires an advisor, not just a headline. If you have any questions about how these shifts impact your specific situation, reach out to me and we can discuss. Have a great week, and we'll catch up with you